Dear gun lovers, we are gathered here today to determine the validity of the threaded barrel in the carry gun. Let's get to work. Hey guys, Andrew here. Welcome back to Work the Trigger. In the world of the concealed carry pistol, after you figure out what size and magazine capacity you want to go for, there's a few key markers that you really need to be interested in. Primarily, accuracy and reliability. Now, another one that makes a lot of sense in a gun that's this size when you're looking at pistol rounds is velocity. Now, the reason the velocity is important is because the faster a bullet is traveling, the better it can function as it's intended. Now, after you've done the standard things like triggers and sights, a very common upgrade for firearms in this size range is an aftermarket barrel. This one particularly is threaded. This particular barrel, pardon the dirtiness, it's been run a lot, is the Velocity barrel from Killer Innovations. And I do want to thank Killer Innovations for the discount they gave me to help me get this in here to be able to give you guys this video. A 9mm 1 in 10 twist rate single point cut rifling barrel that is 4.28 inches long. It's about 3/4 of an inch longer than the stock barrel on the P10S. Now, why would you get this particular barrel? Well, reason number one to get a threaded barrel: a suppressor. That was the primary reason I got it. So as I was talking to Killer Innovations about the purchase of this barrel, I began really contemplating what the benefit behind a threaded barrel would be in a smaller gun like the P10S. The P10S has a 3.5-inch barrel, a half-inch shorter than what I usually carry, which is about a 4-inch barrel, but I don't really carry the P10S for the reduced slide length. I carry it because I like the reduced grip length, but unlike the P10F and the P10C, I can't just toss the P10C slide on the P10S, which means I've got to come up with something else. Now, why would I want to do that? Primarily with something like the P10S, it's because of that compatibility with a suppressor and also velocity. So again, as I was talking to Killer Innovations about this, I began really wondering what the benefits were, if that 3/4 of an inch difference was really going to gain us velocity. We do hear about velocity dropping down with shorter barrels, but I've not seen too many videos actually testing it out. Well, today, we're going to fix that. Not only are we going to test out the velocity, but there is another aspect as well. CC barrels are, in my opinion, one of the most accurate barrels that you can get from an OEM. But there's always room for improvement, and I really wanted to see if the match grade barrel from Killer Innovations, along with that additional length, would make much of a difference in the actual performance of a projectile. So I loaded them up, headed out to the range, and this is what happened. So now we're out here on the range with the P10S and the Killer Innovations P10S threaded barrel. And we're gonna find out just what that threaded barrel gives you past the obvious ability to suppress or put a compensator on. Generally speaking, when I'm carrying it, I can carry the P10S in the Harry's Holsters Singleton with the threaded barrel on, which gives me that extra barrel length, bringing it up to like a P10C barrel length, but still that short grip. But I want to see just how much we really gain from that. Are we gaining speed and are we gaining accuracy, or am I just doing all of that for nothing and I can run the standard barrel when I'm carrying and swap it over if I ever want to run it suppressed? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be checking the chronograph to find out if we're getting an increase in speed in that extra half-inch barrel length. We've got our Caldwell Ballistic Precision chronograph up here. Thanks goes out to Caldwell for sending this thing to me. It is an amazing little chronograph, comes with a carrying case, and you can plug it in. You can actually plug it into your phone if you still have a phone with the headphones jack. I don't. But when you do that, it'll actually, it'll keep track of all of your speeds and it'll give you averages and crap like that. Well, let's go ahead and send 5 shots through with the standard barrel and 5 shots through with the Killer Innovations barrel to see if we see an increase in speed at all. Now, I am using the WTT 3D mag extensions here, since I'm not really worried about comparing this gun to another gun. We're just going for ammo, basically. I want to run these. It's just going to give me a little bit better of a grip, and it's going to give me more ammo before I got to go reload. So first up, 5 shots through the standard barrel. Now I am going to try to get an average on this. We'll see how well that works. 1094, 1125, 1112, 1092, and 1138, giving us a 5-shot average of 1,112 feet per second, 0.2-ish. Now let's go ahead and swap this barrel out and see what the Killer Innovations does. All right, now we got our Killer Innovations barrel in. Let's run the same thing. 1,172, 1,149, 1,183, 1,129, and last shot, 1,171. Okay, so with the Killer Innovations additional barrel length, we've got an average of 1,160. all consistently higher. Now, if we had had a couple, like one of them that had shot really high and had skewed it, I probably would have shot it over again or thrown it into factory defect on the ammo, because this is all 115 grain Blazer brass ammo. We know factory ammo is not the most consistent, but to have them all consistently higher than that, that verifies what we're looking at, and we're looking at about 50 feet per second more. Now, is 50 feet per second a lot? No. Is 50 feet per second enough to merit just running that in the exact same holster with the shorter grip length as like my P10C and getting the little bit of additional concealability? Might be. Now let's go to the next test. So the next test that we're gonna do is we're gonna do an accuracy test. Now, I warn you, I have not gotten to shoot a whole lot this year, so my accuracy is crap this year. It's bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we are gonna do an accuracy test. We'll see how close we can get. I'm gonna go to about 10 yards, and we're gonna shoot two 10-round groups, one at each one of the targets. The target on the left is going to be the Killer Innovations. The target on the right is going to be the standard P10 barrel. We're gonna be checking this accuracy because CZ barrels are traditionally known as very accurate barrels. They're cold hammer forged, they've got good rifling, they're consistent, they're just good barrels. But can Killer Innovations get a one-up on them? Let's go find out. All right, so now we have swapped to the 19-round adapter for the P10S, giving you an entire 19 rounds in a subcompact length gun. Again, WTT 3D, link in the description. Go ahead and take 10 shots, and then we'll swap over to the standard barrel. This is the Killer Innovations barrel. That was 10 shots through the Killer Innovations barrel. Let's swap to the stock one. All right, now we've got our stock barrel in. Let's go ahead and load up and shoot. All right, let's go look at our targets. Okay, so again, we've got Killer Innovations here on the left. We've got our stock barrel on the right. Let's take a look over on the left. This is 10 shots, believe it or not, which means we've got 1, 2, 3 outside here, which means 7 shots are all in the same hole. Over here with our standard barrel, overall group size with the standard barrel, including this flyer, is about 1/2 inch bigger. But you can see the standard barrel is less consistent. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shots there. So it's probably about 2 shots there, 3 shots there. So we are overlapping quite a bit. Again, CZ barrel's very accurate, but you can see that we did have a little bit more spread than we had with the Killer Innovations. Now, again, is that accuracy enough to merit the swap? If you're looking at an increase in 50 feet per second and you're looking at an increase in accuracy, even just that much at 10 yards, and you're looking at suppressor compatibility, I'm thinking, yeah, let's go back to the studio and break that down. Now, I want to start off by saying that surprised me too. I expected a velocity increase, but I was expecting more like 10 to 15 feet per second, not 50. But the part that really blew me away was the accuracy difference. Again, CZ barrels are extremely accurate. You saw the group size that I pulled with the stock barrel, but holy crap, that Killer Innovations barrel is stacking rounds. And mind you, I'm not that great of a shot. And after about 400 rounds through this thing, I've not had a single failure. So now we're looking at stock reliability. We're looking at better than stock accuracy and better than stock velocities out of just a subcompact gun that still fits in my compact holster while still keeping that subcompact short grip. So to me, the ultimate question would be, why go this route and is it worth it? So first, let's go why go this route. I like versatility in my firearms. In fact, I'm building an entire brand based on versatility. This is the null mag adapter on a 15-round CZ P10C magazine that now gives you the grip length of a CZ P10C on a P10S. Now, would I recommend carrying it like this? No. I'd still run the stock 12-round magazine to carry it, but this adapter can give you the confidence of more rounds when you're using this as a nightstand gun. So instead of having to buy 2 completely separate guns, now you've got one multi-purpose gun. Back to the question, why do it and is it worth it? We've answered why with the versatility aspect. Now, is it worth it? Well, coming in at the low end at about $263, the Killer Innovations barrel is not cheap. In fact, that's about half the price of the gun. That being said, getting a threaded barrel isn't really an option if you're planning to run a suppressor. It is a have-to thing. And honestly, the increases that I've seen, especially with accuracy on the Killer Innovations barrel, yeah, if you're gonna go threaded barrel, I have no problems telling you guys to go with Killer Innovations. So that's it for this time, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you like this video, do me a favor and hit that like button down below. If you like what we do here on the channel and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. If you want to help out a little bit, we've got a few ways to do that. Number one is workthetrigger.com. Over there, you're going to find coupon codes, affiliate codes, and links to our merch. Number two is WTT3D.com. Over there, you're going to find our 3D printed gun accessories like the null adapter. And finally, right here on YouTube as a channel member. Thanks for watching. I appreciate every one of you. And remember, do your research, get informed, and get to work.